Good morning, how are you? Today is Saturday and we have an exciting day planned because we are going to go to the dog shelter and look for dogs, which has been like, oh my god, it's been my dream for so long. But when you rent in Santa Barbara, a lot of people don't let you have animals and it's super difficult. Yeah, super difficult. A lot of people don't want you to have any type of animal. So we do have a bit of a restriction from the property management. We are approved to get a dog, but it needs to be a small one, under 20 pounds. So this is gonna be a tiny, itty bitty, tiny little doggo. I really wanted to get a golden retriever because that's like my dream dog. It's a friendly, happy, tail wagging, tongue sticking out golden, but they said no. So that's all right though. So we're gonna go check out a few shelters today. There's DAWG, there's the Humane Society, there's the County Animal Shelter, and they're all right next to each other. So that's our plans for today. Right now, we're just finishing up cleaning. I just cleaned the bathrooms. Andy's upstairs vacuuming right now. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but we swap our tasks every weekend. So this weekend he's vacuuming and then he's gonna mop, and I did the bathrooms. So yeah, things are going all right. Work is bananas like usual. A lot going on there. And you may have some news about work, we'll see. He is thinking about studying for an exam though, the GMAT. He's got his books over here with all of his stuff. So it's all kind of like tentative, but he's thinking about studying to take the GMAT exam, which is kind of some, you know, the equivalent to the GRE, but focused towards, I think, MBA programs, Masters of Business and Administration. His long-term career goal is to become the CFO, Chief Finance Officer, for a large department at UCSB. And to help him achieve that goal, he thinks an MBA would be very useful, which is true. So yeah, he's kind of exploring that option right now. So yeah, anywho, and then next weekend I'm heading out of town for my sister's birthday. My big sister is turning like 35, which I can't believe. And I'll be turning 33 this year, which I also can't believe. But anywho, yeah, I'll bring you along when we go check out dogs, and I'll see you later. Okay, so we are nearby all the shelters. There's like a ton of them all next to each other. Right here is the county animal shelter. This is where I turn in all the stray dogs that I find. I turn them in there. There's a cat shelter ASAP over there. That's where my coworker who fosters cats and kittens, she's the lead volunteer over there. And now we're just gonna go to DAWG. You can hear all the dogs barking. Sometimes it's sad coming here, you know? It can be upsetting. I find it upsetting. But I know they all have homes. These are all no-kill shelters, so they'll be okay. And right over here, I think, is the entrance to DAWG. I think we go in right here. We're at the little dog land with the small dogs, some of the small dogs. Over here, some of them are dressed up for St. Patrick's Day. Today's St. Patty's Day. And it looks just basically like Chihuahuas. You know, there's a lot of Chihuahuas and Pits at the shelters. That's who you get a lot of. So, she said there's some other smaller dogs at a different area though. I'm kind of curious about the white one, who's all quiet over there.
Oh yeah.
Just all nice and quiet, huh?
Yeah, he's just relaxing.
He is. He seems pretty chill. He's got his little St. Patty's Day hat on.
Yeah.
Or handkerchief on. You got a new little friend coming.
Chica, go.
We just met a nice guy named Brian who works here. He told us all about a dog named Peanut Butter who we're hoping to meet. And then he told us a bit more about these dogs that are kept separate, either because they have a medical issue, senior with medical issue, they're new and they need to get tested, or they don't play well with the other dogs who are kept in the open cages. So yeah, that's why these ones are over here. And then this is like their little play area, and he told us that they can do a test actually. So we could bring our cats here and do a little introduction here and basically see how the dog reacts to them. but he like puts the cats into a cage, and then you have the dog on a leash pass by and see how the dog reacts and stuff like that. So that sounded really neat. So that could be a good option, or we could just trust that he's good with cats, you know?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, either or. So yeah, so we're gonna wait to meet a little dog named Peanut Butter, which is hilarious because Andy loves peanut butter and is like his favorite thing ever, besides pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza and peanut butter. So at dog, we found out Peanut Butter is about 9 years old, so and they're really busy right now, so we didn't get a chance to play with him, but we've got him in the back of our mind. And we're gonna go to the county shelter right now, and then the Humane Society next, because they're all right next to each other. Yeah, so we'll see if there's any good little doggies here. The only thing is, I don't think they know the personalities as well here, so we don't know will they chase the cats or not. And the way that dog, DAWG, they know their dogs well, and they know who's got that prey drive and stuff. So yeah, dogs lost and adoptable. Those will be to the left. Okay. Anybody down here? No dogs there. This is where we're going, right? Kennels on both sides. Oh, okay. So we could go to the right and... Yeah. But I think there's a bit of Chihuahua. It's a bit of Chihuahua, but you're so cute. Little Tito Jr. You're adorable. Oh, look. He wags his tail right away. Right away just wags the tail. So I'm interested in Tito Jr. here. 7 months old, male. Oh, there's some beautiful dogs. And then, I know. Oh, you're kind of cute too. Oh, this is the other one I was curious about, but you're kind of a bit bigger.
Do you know about how much she weighs? How much she weighs? Is it on there? If not, I don't know.
Tio. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
He's cute.
You want to grab your purse?
Yes, please. We just played with little Tito Jr. I like him. See you later. We'll see you later. I know. We're at the Humane Society, which is right next to all the other shelters. It's very pretty. Nice yellow stuff. Like Andy said, it looks like it was a house once. We'll go check out some doggies here. And we did like Tito Jr., so we'll think about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, we are back home from the shelters. It's honestly upsetting to see all those dogs without homes, and they're all good dogs and they all deserve to have little homes and to be spoiled. So I found it kind of upsetting to see them, and you know, that's the hard thing about shelters is I want to get a rescue dog. I want to get one from like a shelter. So, you know, not like buying one from a breeder, but it's like really sad to go there. So, yeah, the first place, DAWG, was definitely the best. They're the most organized, the cleanest. The dogs felt like they were kind of happier and had more space, you know, and more attention and care. And we could just see that by what was going on around us. So we started at the best place, and an employee there recommended Peanut Butter, who's like about 9 years old, a beagle mix with a few different types of dogs. And he's a bigger guy. They called him Chunky Peanut Butter. And slow. He's larger and slow and older. And I feel like a jerk, but I don't want a 9-year-old dog. So we kept looking, and then we went to the county animal shelter next door, and you can tell such a difference in terms of how it's all maintained. But anyways, that's where we saw Tito Jr., who I really like. He's just a baby, he's a puppy. They think he's a Chihuahua Whippet mix. So he's got these tall, long, lean legs, and then he looks like a Chihuahua. But his face, it's not a total Chihuahua face where they have those bulging eyeballs, you know? He looks cuter than that. So he's pretty adorable. And the main concern with Tito is that he was found as a pack, in part of a pack, on a street in Santa Maria, which is north of us. So he was without all these other stray dogs, and he's just a baby. He's only 7 months old. So I think he was just trying to survive, trying to live. He was like, let me make friends with these other dogs, even though they aren't nice dogs. The other pack dogs are like aggressive. And I think that's how he picked up on a behavior, because he bit someone's ankle, like a human's ankle, when he was found. But personally, I think he was picking up on the behavior of the aggressive dogs around him. He was stray, he was lost, he didn't know what he was doing, he was picking up on their behaviors. He's a genuinely sweet, good dog, is how I feel. When we first met, he gave us kisses. He came up and licked my face. He licked Andy's face. He licked the handler's face, and then I could hold him. I held him, and he took pictures, his head on my shoulder. Oh, he's so cute, I need him. Yeah, so I liked him, kind of found my little friend there. So let me show you his picture down here on my computer. So I'm at, this is like the County Animal Services website, and they say Tito Jr., about 7 months old. He's been at the shelter for less than a month now. He is a kind of skinny guy, but he's got his long legs and his cute little face. I swear that his face almost looks like he has pug or something, because he's all wrinkly. These cute little ears. Ugh. Just so cute. So, and then we went to the Humane Society, but we didn't see any dogs we liked there. The really tough thing is having that weight restriction. You know, the property management saying 20 pounds or less. That really limits you, because there's a lot of good, friendly dogs. There was one dog at the last one at the Humane Society named Moana. And oh my God, it was so cute and happy and jumping. And I was like, ah. So, you know, it's emotionally just stressful to not be able to help all the dogs and to see them there. And then to also have this stupid weight limit. Like, anyway, so now Andy and I are just kind of talking and figuring out logistics, like, you know, how do you do all this stuff, like let him out every day at lunch when we're away at work, like who's gonna come home to drive him and let him out to go potties, and that's pretty much the big concern. And then also the cats, making sure the dog doesn't chase the cats. That's another big thought for us, because we want a dog who will leave the cats alone and who's potty trained, or who we can work with potty training. And then, yeah, just going home at lunch on weekdays would suck to let a doggy out, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, to be determined.